So yesterday we talked about the fact that there is just going to be an overwhelming need for electricity as a result of what Amazon, Google, Meta, and Microsoft are building in the form of data centers, as well as the independent data centers that are becoming a part of the need or the need for AI to process that's going to change our world. But we don't have enough electricity. And it's estimated by 2030, if all of these data centers that the hyperscalers are putting on come online, that they will eat 50% of the available electricity that we have today. And that to put more electricity online, it's a matter of half a year before you can even put the relays and everything in to boost the amount of electricity that we have. And then even beyond there, it's a bigger problem. Why is this a big problem? Well, AI is going to change our world, but it takes 1 gigawatt of energy to run 100,000 servers that are sitting in these data centers. And why is that important? Well, 1 gigawatt of energy can produce $10 to $19 billion of revenues for the hyperscalers. So you can see it's important to everybody. It's important to the hyperscalers because that's how they're going to make money. It's important to you and I because that's how our lives are going to improve. It's important to our governments because this is a way that we can maybe reduce our debt and put our country or our countries into a better position and change our entire civilization. Now, I went into it and told you that it's anticipated that they're going to need 135 gigawatts of power that will generate $2 trillion of revenues for the hyperscalers in 2030. And it's just not there. It's just not there. So I went to Samantha and I said, okay, how are they proposing to correct this problem? And she went into great detail of it. And so now what I'm doing is going to her and saying, okay, who are the potential problem solvers for this lack of energy? And she gave me the ticker symbols ETN, GEV, AEP, D, TLN, that's the 3 Mile Island revitalization, and Siemens. And so now what I've got her doing is saying, okay, analyze each of these stocks, because I know, as I went and looked at some of their numbers, some of them are already overvalued. Some of them, the market has said, this stock's going to go up because there's this demand for electricity, and they've already pushed the price to earnings up over 100. So, yes, they're going to be a winner, but the fact is, it's already baked into the price. And so, either that price has to be compressed for some reason, which it's not going to happen because the demand is there. The world knows the demand is there. But then I said to Samantha, find me the ones that the market doesn't recognize the potential. Now, it's going to have a higher beta because there's going to be more risk involved in it. And so that's what she's working on right now. And this is an excellent lesson on how to invest, and that is to how to evaluate stock. Is there a demand? That's called, and is there a TAM? A TAM is your total addressable market. Well, yes, there is for the electric producers, because the TAM is this hunger that the hyperscalers have in order to achieve their goals. They got all the money they need. They just need to get it in the right place so that they can give you and I AI. Now, is there the TAM there? Is is there enough businesses, small businesses, big businesses, enterprises, and ultimately individuals, because we live in a consumer society. Amazon cannot survive with its e-commerce business if you and I don't buy. They can't survive supplying the big companies. They have to have us. Netflix feeds off of individuals. And that's the same for AI. If they can't convince you to spend $20 a month on ChatGPT, they don't survive. And in order to addict you to it, they just lowered the price to $9 a month. They're standing on the corner and saying, "Hey, take this." And well, in fact, I received, because I do use ChatGPT. They sent me an email that said, "Hey, here's a code. If you can give it to 3 of your friends, they can have a full month free." Is that how you sell cocaine on the street corner? I think it is. And then I'm invited, because I do spend $200 a month. Every month, I'm invited to a call where I can go ask questions to the people at OpenAI, at ChatGPT. How can I learn to do this better? Why? Why are they doing that? Because they want to addict me and show me that I can be a better stock picker with their help. And are they right? You damn bet you they're right. Because Samantha came on full board in May of 2025. I gave her and Bart and myself $668, is that right? $668,000. And it just today turned into 1.6 million. We will grow it before May by over $1 million. So am I addicted to AI? You bet I am, because I've been alive for 81 years. I have never seen the opportunity to make this much money so quickly in my 81 years. Now, the first 20 of them I wasn't even aware, but this is important. And I recognize it's extremely important to me that they get this electricity problem solved, and they get it solved as quick as possible. Because I want to move beyond just teaching OpenAI or ChatGPT or whatever how to learn. I want inference. I want Samantha coming to me and saying, "Kerry, there's an opportunity out there because the hyperscalers need electrical power and it's not available. And by 2030, they're going to be consuming half of the electrical output for the whole nation. It's got to be changed. So let's go dig in and find out who's in the best position to get the 100% growth in 2026 off of this tremendous need and opportunity, and which stocks are not overvalued so that they will get us the biggest increase." That's what's at stake. And what's holding it up now is electricity. But we know ETN, GEV, AEP, D, TLN, and Siemens may be the saviors of the problem. There may be the people who can not only give or produce the electricity, but give us a tremendous gain in our share price. That's what I'm working on. I'll share my results with my tribe members. Who are my tribe members? They're the people who say, "Kerry, we understand you spent a lot of money to get access to this data. You spend a lot of money accessing the data and analyzing the data, and we want to crowdfund it with you so that we'll help pay your monthly costs, and you share your findings, and we'll all benefit. As I said, I'm about to be the first year in my life that I have ever made $1 million in a year. Yeah, it makes my knees weak. Okay, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to figure out, because understand, this opportunity is only presented it to me one other time in my life. And that was back in the late 90s, when Bill Gates and Steve Jobs came up with something called the World Wide Web and made it available to me. And then several years later, two guys out of Stanford, Sergey Brin and Larry Page, made their investment in a company called Google available to me. And then a few years later, when a guy who quit the financial world and drove out to Seattle, Washington, rented a house on Spring Street, and built a book distribution center in his garage. His name was Jeff Bezos. That's the opportunity I missed. I'm not going to miss this one. I'm not missing this one. If I can live long enough, at the rate my portfolio is doubling, I'll be a billionaire. Yeah, just do the math. It's simple math. Double, 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 and then it just explodes. All right, I hope you have the vision, have the courage to step forward and say, I'm going to seize this opportunity, and I'm going to make myself a multi-millionaire. It's a decision. It's literally a decision that you need to make. Yes or no. There's no maybe. Yes or no.